How many times have you done this? You get to the end of the year, you grab a fresh notebook, and you write, my 2026 goals at the top, and you list them out. Get fit, learn a language, save money, start that side hustle, and you feel that buzz of possibility. And then by around February, that list starts to feel less like a roadmap and more like a guilt trip. By March, you might not even remember where you put that notebook. What if I told you it's not your fault? What if the problem is not your willpower, but the entire idea of the goal itself? We think the pinnacle of achievement is crossing a finish line. But what if the secret to an amazing 2026 is not about choosing a finish line at all? What if it's about falling in love with the track? Here is the truth. Goals don't change your life. Systems do. You can set a goal, like reading 30 books a year. But if you don't have a reading system, it won't happen. You can set a goal, like get fit, but without a movement system, it won't stick. You can set a goal, like save money, but without a financial system, it's just a wish. Goals are outcomes. Systems are the processes that make those outcomes inevitable. So today, I'm gonna walk you through the system over goals framework, the exact method I'm using to design my 2026. And by the end of this video, you will be able to build 3 to 4 core systems that quietly, constantly move your life forward without relying too much on motivation or willpower. The goal problem and why they set us up to fail. Let's break down why goals, especially big, yearly ones, can be secretly toxic. First, they are all or nothing. You either achieve a goal and you're a success, or you don't and you're a failure. There is no in between. That is a brutal way to measure 365 days of your life. They postpone happiness. The message is, I'll be happy when I lose that weight. I'll be happy when I get that promotion. I'll be happy when I find the love of my life. You put your present self on hold for a future version that doesn't exist yet. And third, this is the big one. Goals have an expiration date. So what happens on January 1st, 2027? If you achieved your 2026 goal, you stop. The system that got you there collapses. If your goal was to run a marathon, what do you do the day after the race? Often you stop running. Goals create pressure. Systems create direction. Goals say you're not there yet. Systems say just show up today. And that shift from outcomes to processes, is that what makes change sustainable? And this is where my favorite book, Atomic Habits by James Clear, gives us the golden quote. He says, you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. You fall to the level of your systems. Your goals set the direction, but your systems, the daily and weekly habits, determine your progress. If you're struggling, it's not a you problem. It's almost always a system problem. So instead of obsessing over the scoreboard, what if we just focused on playing the game really, really well? That is what building a system is. The theme, the keystone, and the ritual. Alright, how do we actually build this? I use a simple 3-layer framework. Think of it like building a house for your future self. First layer, choose your theme, not a target. Forget lose 20 pounds, that's a target. Instead, choose a theme for an area of your life. A theme is a direction, not a destination. Instead of save 10K, your theme could be financial fluidity. Instead of get a promotion, your theme could be impactful work. Instead of run a marathon, your theme could be a strong, energized body. A theme is forgiving yourself. It guides your decisions without punishing you for not hitting a random number.
Wait for a second. I'm getting a new haircut.
Find your keystone habit. This is the most powerful part. Within your theme, there is usually one habit that makes other habits easier. Charles Duhigg talks about this in his book, The Power of Habit. For financial fluidity, the keystone habit might be reviewing your finances every Sunday night for 15 minutes. That one habit leads to smarter spending, conscious saving, and less anxiety. For a strong, energized body, the keystone might be laying out your workout clothes the night before. That tiny action makes the actual workout 80% more likely to happen. Your job is to find that one lever that moves everything else. Layer 3. Build your anchor ritual. This is exactly how you make the keystone habit idiot-proof. You anchor it to something you already do without fail. This is called habit stacking. The formula is, after I do current habit, I'll do new keystone habit. After I pour my morning coffee, I'll read for 20 minutes. After I brush my teeth at night, I'll read one chapter. In that way, you're not relying on motivation. You're relying on one physics. One thing naturally following another. What this looks like in real life. Let me make this super real. Last year, my theme was a calmer mind. My big stressful goal would have been read for 100 days, but as a system, it looked like this. The theme, a calmer mind. Keystone habit, 20 minutes of reading. Anchor ritual, after I sit down at my desk each morning, before I open my laptop, I'll read 20 minutes. That's it. Some days I did it 10 minutes. Some days it was literally 90 seconds. But just because the system was so anchored and so tiny, I did it for over 300 times last year. The goal of 100 days would have made me quit by March, but the system made it a part of who I am. The victory is not the milestone. The victory is showing up for the ritual. Quarterly review versus quarterly reviews. Quarterly review versus yearly resolution. This is the part that most people skip. Instead of waiting until next December to realize that nothing changed, do a quarterly review. Every 3 months, ask, what system worked? What system needs adjusting? What system felt heavy? What system energized me? You're not judging yourself. You're refining the system. This is exactly how you stay aligned all year long. So that's the system over goals framework, the method I'm using to design my 2026 with clarity, intention, and ease.